Welcome to Plus One, a short form webinar series hosted by me, Stephanie Rising of The Rising Effect, your small business coach. My co-presenter today is Todd Jarvis, attorney and owner of Strategic Legal Works. Our topic today is about contingency planning that takes the worry out of the what ifs. Todd is going to kick us off with legal strategies and tools that will empower us in emergency situations. Then I'm going to lead us through ways to put together a core executive team who will help your business thrive without your daily involvement. We each have 3 slides packed with actionable information you can learn in just 15 minutes or less. So let's jump in. Todd, we're going to start with you.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here today and listening. Super excited to share these things with you, right? So these topics, I know they're super important and often they're overlooked by business owners for many different reasons, right? We have a lot going on and we'll talk about that in a minute. But my goal here is to empower business owners, empower you to grow your business by implementing plans and strategies. These plans and strategies that will kill the impact that these uncertainties and challenges that life can throw in your way to stifle your growth. By implementing these strategies, you can know more and you can do more. That way you can do more for your families, do more for your communities, just make the world a better place overall. You'll boost your confidence in your business foundations, and you'll see yourself taking bigger strides in growth because you'll have beat down some of those unconscious beliefs that can kill your confidence in your business and, again, stifle that growth. So a little bit about the why. The why we need to do this is because things happen, right? You don't need to tell you that. We know life happens, and there's challenges and there's things to that can hold us back and put bumps in our growth in our road of developing our business. Now, the how is through solid foundations and planning up front. Okay, you can plan for these things. You can be ready for crazy things like COVID. Okay. And other challenges that life can throw in your place. It's possible. All right. So, most of the time as entrepreneurs, we're really just focused on keeping the business running day to day. Does that sound familiar? You're like, okay, I got business for today. I have business for the next couple of days. We're doing good. We're moving forward. That's really where a lot of our focus goes, especially if we're a owner-operated business where we're in the trenches as business owners doing a lot of the work and managing the teams. All right. So really, again, that requires those teams and those key employees and people to help leverage and that we can leverage to take some of these things off our plate. Stephanie will dive into that shortly and give us some great information and actionable items on how to implement that team. The next thing we need to worry about is systems, right? Having systems in place and standard operating procedures in place, those are going to dovetail in and be kind of the how we're going to talk about in a second. And the reason why we do these things and put these in place is because we want to plan for beyond today. We want a plan that looks beyond today's issues and just making money today. All right, so what we're going to have to plan for in a lot of cases is incapacity and death. All right. So I know heavy topics, right? But it's important because these things, they just intrude in your life when you least expect it, right? At any time. And I know they sound like they're big final steps, like, oh, incapacity, you're thinking, oh, I've got dementia when I'm older or something like that, right? Or death, well, we know what that is. It is pretty final. But incapacity can be just being in the hospital for 3 days because you're sick. Or like a client of mine recently, in intensive care and being with COVID and being away from their business and everything they're trying to do for 3 weeks. That if you're working day to day and you don't have plans in place to deal with those contingencies and say who's going to be the decision makers when you can't be the decision maker, well. And also give them that decision maker access to the information they need to make educated decisions for you. Well, things are going to fall apart, and your family is going to suffer. So a lot of times, one thing I want to make clear here is a lot of times us as business owners, we think this is my business, this is my family. Okay, so legally we separate these things, right? That's part of the plan is we want to legally separate our business from our family, but in reality, they are in our mind and they should be together. Okay, the plans should overlap, and the family can't function without the business, and vice versa. All right, the impact to the business is going to have a direct impact on the family due to income and all sorts of things. Okay, so let's get a little bit to the how. The how is all about these foundations, these legal, finance, insurance, and tax foundations, the LIT foundations, often call them. And how these were developed and how I came to implement these in my own business is life threw some things in my way. When I first started this law firm that I'm currently running at this point, and left the law firm I was working for before, my wife and I, we had kind of built ourselves up and gotten ready for that transition. Okay, we had another business that was in place; it was doing well. We had built it up to a point to where we can rely on it to take care of the family while we worked on building the firm. And another little thing that happened about a year before that is we had a surprise baby. So we had an infant that we weren't planning for at this time in our life. It's been a wonderful blessing, but we had been 7 years without a baby in the family. So we were trying to relearn this again. And then, shortly, about a month and a half after, I started a law firm, left my employment, and started this law firm. We got a letter from the city regarding our other business, that business that was supposed to be the bread and butter for us moving forward while we built the firm. Well, we were told that we'd reached capacity, and due to the size and such, we needed to move the business. So 3 things all at once, right? We're starting a new business with the law firm. We've got a baby in the house, and we're trying to remember how to raise a baby. And then 3, our other business that was supposed to support us while we grew the law firm was now having to be restructured. All right, so life happens. And so I knew I needed to empower this law firm to grow and take strides and leaps and bounds to get it up and running and to get it to a point to where it was supporting the family a lot faster than we expected it to happen. So with a mentor and my mentor and I, we dug in and we implemented strategies and plans in these 4 different areas: legal, insurance, finance, and tax. And those, by doing so, by getting systems and putting plans in place and strategies in place, I felt this burden off my shoulders of fear, mostly, right? And I felt more confident that I could take the risks that are necessary to succeed in business. Okay, because I had plans in place to relieve those stresses of what might happen in the future, the big what ifs, right? Well, I had some plans. I was ready for those what ifs because I put these foundations in place. The legal foundation, you're talking about leaving instructions to your heirs. It's all about the legal foundations, and all of this is about, especially when you're dealing with incapacity and death, like we're talking today, it's about building a village, a group of people, a support system. Whether you're leveraging key employees, or if you're solo, maybe you're leveraging family and friends or colleagues that you have in your industry that can help you in time of need. Okay, when you're in the hospital or anything else happens, maybe one of your children gets sick. Another thing happened to us in 2013. Within 3 months, we had 3 of our boys diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and 1 in the hospital for 8 days due to pneumonia. Okay, life happens. And because of those things, we needed people in place so that we could be there as parents in the hospital for the weeks on end that we spent there getting educated on how to help our boys. And I needed our businesses to keep running. So we were able to call upon these people that we had empowered, with legal documents. And beyond that, we had shared the plan with them. We had helped them know how they needed to run the business, not just empower them to make decisions for me, but what decisions we needed to make. And we gave them the information we needed. That goes into the insurance part here, okay? So with insurance, if something happens to you, insurance can provide the funds to help you get through that transition period, okay? And any little bumps that might be in there as people are stepping in to help you because of incapacity or death. they have the funds, those emergency funds to make things happen and to give a little cushion there, okay? So having the proper insurance in place in your family and in your business is key, all right? It'll give you confidence to know that if something happens, there's going to be a little bit of padding there to help you. And then with your financial systems, okay? Having a proper financial system in place, knowing your numbers and having like a cash forecast, it is so empowering, okay? You will be making investments in your business because business requires investments. And what I'm talking about is like buying things that are going to help you grow, right? Maybe you're investing in a new software platform that's going to help you put in place some standard operating procedures. They're going to help you manage your team better. Maybe you're buying some new equipment that you're going to need to implement your new, income stream, new product that you're putting in place. Okay, the wrong way to do that investment is to look in the bank account and say, hey, do I have enough money today to pay for it? That's not making an informed decision. All right. Having financial system in place with a cash forecast so that you can look forward and say, hey, in July, this is a perfect time to implement the new strategy because we're going to have this money available, an XYZ in place to do so. Plus, when someone steps in, that team that comes in because you're in the hospital or you're having to go take care of your mom in another state temporarily because she's struggling with something, or another family member, when that team comes in and takes over for you, they have the financial information to be able to make educated and empowered decisions for you as they move forward, okay? That's going to keep them from having to guess and possibly make some mistakes, all right? So again, having these systems in place, it's all about giving you the confidence as a business owner that that you may not even know you're lacking, right? Just because business is scary, running a business is scary. A lot of people, when you started your business, probably saying, you're crazy doing this. How are you going to make money? Where's the money going to come from? What if this happens? What if that happens? Well, having a place and having a foundation in place and a plan in place will relieve you and alleviate those fears and empower your confidence. So again, move forward, look at your financial systems, look at your legal structures, look at your insurance policies, find out where there's holes, okay? Review your policies, get with someone who can help you to go through the what ifs and put plans in place for each of those what ifs, okay? Now, one thing you can do is, yesterday I put together a quiz, all right? It's kind of an assessment. You can go to empoweryour.life/biz quiz, all right? So it's empoweryour.life/biz quiz. And you can go there, you can go through this quiz I put together, this assessment I put together. It goes through each of these 4 foundations, asking you questions that are really gonna help you feel into where you're at, okay, with each of these foundations and these plans and strategies. And I want you to, take notes on the emotions and thoughts you have as you're going through each question. And what it's going to help you do is kind of get a better idea of, wait, I am worried about these things. I didn't know I was worried about these things. I didn't even know maybe I was supposed to worry about these things. And then from there, please give me a ring. Let's sit down, let's talk, have a phone call, 15-minute conversation at least to help you know what steps you can take next in putting these foundations in place and getting a good contingency plan in place, okay? And getting the right people around you and ready and empowered to help you when you need the help, because you will need the help at some point. All right, so again, visit that over there. Give me a call if you'd like. Reach out to me on Facebook, wherever. I'm happy to help you, and I want to help you with this. And I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you. So get out there and good luck. And I hope to hear from you soon.
All right, thank you, Todd. There is a way to use your human resources to protect your business in an emergency and lessen your day-to-day stress. And I think what really very often happens is that business owners are the greatest bottleneck in their business. They tend to hold their business in their heads, so no one else has important context for decisions like vision, goals, or budgets. And this means that owners often unintentionally set up a structure that makes everyone and everything dependent on their decisions. What's most effective is the inverse. You, the owner, support a core team who manages daily operations and other employees. So this frees you up to focus on strategic growth and relationships. Plus, in the event something happens to you, your business is now equipped to function independently. Now, as a quick side note, I'm a sole proprietor. I'm a solopreneur. I have 2 colleagues I would entrust my clients to if I should suffer something catastrophic. And my husband also has financial power of attorney, so he can make decisions about my business if I'm incapacitated. So even if you don't have employees, you can still have a plan in place to make sure that your clients are cared for and decisions can be made. In this particular part of the webinar, you can also replace the word employee with vendor or contractor and reap similar benefits. So let's look specifically at how to put a core team together. We're going to approach this as a key part of your contingency planning and your daily sanity. So first, list all the areas of your business that require attention and decisions. It's important to have representation for sales and marketing, operations, HR, accounting, and technology. Some of those you may wish to combine. Small businesses usually combine HR with accounting. Technology could also fall under that umbrella, or it could be paired with operations. I leave that to your discretion. Second, you want to identify employees who demonstrate leadership ability and good judgment. Employees bring with them a wealth of work and life experience, and having that perspective makes decisions better. When you have a group of them representing all facets of your business and jointly making decisions, the effect is powerful. And we're going to get into more of that in the next slide. For now, just keep in mind that you might not have everyone you need right away, but having specific abilities and qualities in mind is going to help you focus your hiring efforts. Now, third, begin to meet weekly to brainstorm and make decisions as a team. If you and your team are not familiar with this group approach, it might take a little while for everyone to find their voice. Make it clear that they're a critical part of the decision-making process. Also keep in mind that nothing takes the steam out of a meeting faster than using all the time to recap information that could have just been emailed. You want to keep your meetings focused on brainstorming new ideas and creative problem solving. And lastly, start to transition daily operations to your team. Share budgets and financials so they have context. Work together to establish goals with actionable details like who's taking the lead on a project, what needs to be accomplished, and when the group expects to see progress. The goal is for your company to function without your daily involvement. Imagine what you could achieve if you could spend your time working on your business instead of just in it. A good core team can make that happen, so invest in them. So now you know why you need a core team and how to put one together. Let's look at the impact that has on your business. For starters, the impact on your operations includes reducing the bottleneck that happens when every decision rests with you. Your systems will be stronger because they'll be created from a more inclusive point of view, and better systems lead to improved capacity. Plus, people work more effectively when they have context and a clear sense of purpose. And this is just for starters. The impact on your HR and team utilization can be profound. Employees feel so much more invested when they have a voice and can really use their talents. Having seats at the decision-making table is a great way to retain rockstar employees. And it's been proven in numerous studies that encouraging diverse points of view makes solutions more creative, client-friendly, and ultimately more profitable. The impact on your sales and marketing includes getting routine tasks off your plate so you can focus on strategic growth. I have lost track in 14 years of coaching of how many times a business owner has said to me, I have a list of great ideas I'd love to work on, if only I had the time. Well, this is your shot at the title. Developing your core team will give you the time to look for more resources, nurture key client relationships, and act on your ideal list. So just so you know that this is worth the effort, I work with a client who does have a rock star core team. And in less than 24 months, their decisions and efforts helped the company to grow 100%. So yeah, they doubled the business. They also consistently hit their target profit margin, and they've socked away 6 months of reserves. The owner is working only on the most strategic, visionary issues, and all the day-to-day management is left to the team's discretion. It has transformed this company in every way, and the owner has repeatedly stated that there is no way he could have accomplished all of that alone. So if developing something like that is interesting to you, take a look at facebook.com/The Rising Effect. I have a nice book now button up there at the top of the page, and I offer free initial consults. It does not cost you anything to share with me what's going on in your business, the challenges that you're facing, and to see if that's something that I can help you with, or if I can refer a colleague who's better suited for your particular needs. But either way, I really feel like my job is to connect you with the resources that you need in order to move your business forward. I can definitely help you develop your core executive team. So with that, I want to thank again my guest, Todd Jarvis of Strategic Legal Works. We welcome your feedback on this episode of Plus One, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.